Bobby, King Green picking up another victory, your 31st victory, which is pretty spectacular. We said before.
31st?
Yeah, I believe it was your 31st victory tonight, Bobby.
I had one in Mexico that's not on my list, but it's
really?
That's 32.
Yeah, yeah,
You bring that fight up a lot, too.
Exactly. Yeah. So, obviously, the storyline going into this one is the OG, the veteran, and the young upstart coming in. Was this how you thought this fight would go tonight, or did you think it was going to be more difficult?
I'll be honest, I don't pay attention to any of those things. I'm more so in the moment, be in the moment. Who cares what's going on? Who cares what people think? Because the odds were saying that I was going to get washed and blah, blah, blah. I just be in the moment and just fill it out. First of all, I just want to say it's an honor to be back on the stage with you two again. We've done shows together.
I know.
So it's an honor to be back.
I remember what you had on, a red five-piece suit.
Oh.
We were talking about it on the pre-show. You showed up.
Yeah.
I know. I should have brought up a picture of that. That was good times. But
and my OG Anthony, of course.
Right.
My OG.
Always.
But that's the thing. It's not even that it's a career resurgence or anything like that, because you never stopped. But certainly things seem to be flowing a little bit better now or something than they have in the past. So what's different?
Nothing at all. I try to explain to you guys, the UFC, the story writers, they write the story. And sometimes you guys put me, these guys, you put me here, you put this. I had to fight Islam on a short notice. Then after that, hey, I had surgery and then I had to come back and fight Joe Duber real fast. So people were like, oh, you're kind of going through the stint. No, it's just the story writing and the way it went at that time. It's just the way it goes sometimes, guys. And I'm here to stay. So there's going to be some ups and downs in the career. But at the end of the day, you have to know who you truly are and what kind of product you put out. And I just stick to that.
But stuff seems to be clicking, right? Because you have the submission over Tony. Now you have a knockout here. So
it's been clicking. It's just had a little bump in there too,
Yeah.
I was whooping Drew's butt too, but hey, it just got a little, it's okay. It's stuff happens, and just I know who I am as a fighter. I just try to stay focused on that and enjoy a good time, stay focused, and be in the moment.
Bobby, you're 37 now. I know the show.
Jeez, don't remind me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're 37, man. You were 37. So you're one of the older guys on the cards when you start fighting these days, right? I remember being in that position. I felt like my back was against the wall. You talk about getting the paydays. You think about some famous boxers, Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward. These guys made the largest amounts of their paydays at the end of their career in these super fights. Do you feel urgency to get some of these super fights before it gets too late? Do you feel like, the doors are closing somewhat?
Kinda, but I say more so like I've always try to be an active fighter. It's not that I'm like, I gotta hurry it up. No, I've always been active. If you look at all the most active fighters over the last 3 to 5 years, it's me or one or two. Yeah. Me and Kevin Holland. It's always me and him fighting each other. He used to text me like, oh, you beat me this year, or oh, I'm getting you, And so it's just like that competitive nature's in me, and I'm trying to show other fighters who are looking up, hey, this is what it takes to be great.
You mentioned in the post-fight press conference about possibly fighting in December. I think that'd be phenomenal. You said it yourself. You stay busy. You're a guy, man, that you kind of captivate people. DC alluded to it after the show, that you have something that people relate to. I would love to see you, man, continue fighting for a long time. But one fight card that I'd love to see you on? UFC 300. I feel like you're the type of guy that represents the UFC that people love to see. You're primetime type TV. Is that a card that you'd be willing to knock on the door and say, Dana, please put me on this card?
You nailed it. I have 2, I think, things on my bucket list now, and who knows if I get them now, but UFC 300 would be one of them, and an Ultimate Fighter, I'd like to try something like that,
Coaching?
Coaching.
Yeah, I would love to coach some younger guys and show them, hey, you guys want to be real fighters? This is how I'm going to do it, And so that would be awesome, too.
That'd be great for you.
Bobby, I got this, weird nostalgia thing going on right now. I remember being on these broke-down Strikeforce cards back in the day. I was on the undercards, and Bobby is, the main card guy, and we're, cutting weight in these weird hotels. It was wild, but, now we're sitting here, on the worldwide leader of sports, on TV, talking about fights. Did you ever, back then, did you ever think, any of this kind of stuff was going to happen?
No, I don't know. I'm thankful
Are you just too in the moment all the time?
Yeah, I'm always in the moment. You never know what comes. I might die tomorrow, And so I'm just glad that I am here, but I'm glad that you're having so much success too, We come from another company. And
right,
we came
there's not many of us left.
And we made some room over here, We made a little room. We scoot over, guys.
Yeah, man, it's been a wild road watching your journey. So, are you too concerned with numbers? And I know you don't really care about where you're ranked and all this other stuff, but of course you want the paychecks and you want the big money, and I think what's important to you is the respect from everyone else, respecting your own journey. But I think with that comes these big names, your Tony Fergusons and guys like that. So when you're looking ahead and whether it's December or UFC 300, like who's that guy that you think is going to get you both of those things, those big checks and the respect from the people that you want it from?
If I had a choice, I'd say Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like
fight.
something like that, you know? Let's get out there and bang a little bit and put a great show on. He does numbers, so let's do something like that. I think that'd be dope.
That's also a fight that I think you could probably break some of the significant strike records. You're right there on that list. And you and Dan Hooker, I mean, you could get to number 2 or 3 on that list.
Yeah, I was supposed to put some more numbers together, but the guy went down too fast. I was like, oh, jeez. I think I got 3 strikes.
But are you putting momentum together though? I mean, that is something that there goes my pen. That does seem to be happening. You're putting momentum together. You are making this surge now. I don't want to say turning things around, but you're making the name that a lot of us on the inside have known. The outside world is knowing this now. How important is it that in the course of 1 year you could be changing everything for Bobby Green and Bobby Green's 3 children as well?
Yeah, it's all about my kids, you know? I don't know. It's just like, I say this every time. Nothing's changed but the day. I'm still doing the same things I did, but you guys are just finding out now. Like I'm old, I'm like, oh, I should be sitting it down now. Now you guys find out like, oh, he's kind of cool. I like this guy now. But I'm like, I was doing this at the beginning. They were like, hey, stop talking. Hey, stop being that way. And now it's like they get it now. It's like, all right, I guess so. I guess I got to keep it going a little longer.
Bobby, you know, Masvidal had a very similar. I totally understand what you mean, but where you've been doing the same thing for the most part your whole career, right? And it's just the way the matchups have been, the way that the fights play out. You never know. Like you fight the same guy 10 times, it could be 5-5, right? So, but Masvidal towards the end of his career had this similar rising where he's starting to take out big names and you know, in crazy ways, crazy knockouts, and that led to that huge earning potential. I feel like your career is turning that way as well, where like it's just sometimes the chips just fall your way, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you're turning down that Masvidal road. Do you feel that at all?
Yeah. I feel like I'm the last of the OGs, you know? I'm trying to keep this certain style. I feel like a lot of the guys now are just athletes and not fighters.
Right.
I came to show you a fight. And so Nate's gone, Jorge's gone. I look at the social media and somebody was retired every time. You know, we lost
Cowboy's
Jose,
gone.
Cowboy.
Yeah,
they just keep dropping out. And so it's like, I'm trying to keep this thing still alive. And hopefully some of the younger guys are like, man, I want to do it like that guy, not like those guys, you know? I'm trying to stand out and keep fighting, still fighting. Not in matches.
Yeah, Anthony's still fighting.
I've always said be like Bobby Green. I've been trying to do that my whole career.
And maybe give this man a BMF title shot. I mean,
Holy crap.
I mean,
crap.
speaking, if we're talking about the whole Masvidal, the analogies there with that, you do have an extra $50,000 tonight, Bobby, picking up the bonus tonight, performance bonus.
Yay.
So that is a good time.
Don't say that on there because people start calling my phone now.
Give his money.
Blowing up Bobby's phone. But yeah,
man.
you did.
Can I borrow some money?
You got the extra 50K. So that's pretty great. And you know, it's just we love having you here. We love, again, it's not a resurgence. We just love seeing you get the shine that we've known that you deserve for all this time. So I'm hope it feels as good to feel it as it does for us to give it to you.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I'm honored that I got to be the main event for the first time earning it. You know, my company trusted me with this one. Thank you, UFC. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Sean, for putting me in this opportunity. I didn't want to let you guys down.
Well, you definitely
Congrats,
didn't. And we know you got more to get to. And where's the party after, Bobby? I'm sure that was going to be going on.
I'm not a partier. I'm just going to go see my family.
Yeah.
I just bought a house out here. I haven't even got to look at it yet. So I got to go see the new house and stuff like that.
Right. All right. Well, congratulations. And thank you for joining us here. Always
Thank
great
you so
to
much.
see you.
It's an honor to have
brother.
you guys
You deserve
talk
it.
to me. It's fucking awesome.
And we got to have you come back in the red suit next time. too.
Yes.
You know I'm going to come suited and booted,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. We love it. We love it.